Do not take advice from this guy about being a man by Omeezy. Let's get straight into it. I know people that make content like this too. I didn't see it. It was another dude that do it all the time with like Target and stuff like that. Like they kind of just take you throughout their day. My first initial thoughts is I don't see really a problem with this type of content. I see a lot of people do like it because it do be going viral and stuff like that. But I don't necessarily see a problem with that. Content like this low-key be motivating a lot of people sometimes to like do certain stuff or get a jump start on stuff. Before he even say anything, that's just like my initial thoughts. But if I had to guess, I'm thinking he might say this is like cringy or something because the title says do not take advice from this guy about being a man. But we're going to get into it. Let's see. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this type of content for the ones that have seen it already. I've seen this guy because I have seen this guy a couple of times on my For You page or something like that, like in my recommended or whatever. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
What the hell is this?
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
Okay. I don't know how realistic this is. Aquaman? Is that what we're looking at right now? Alright, I've had enough. I've seen everything that I need to see. Now, I thought I had a ridiculous morning routine when I showered first and then pooped, but this guy takes the cake. Super duper.
That's crazy. Nah, he tried to slide that in there like, nah. That's crazy. Showering and then pooping afterwards, that's insane. What would make you do that? Nah, that's crazy. I want to sit on that. That's correct. Pause. Sit on that. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Why would you poop after you shower? Y'all let me know if y'all. I don't even. Never mind, bro. Never mind.
And I mean mega viral content creator Ashton Hall went viral over this past couple of days because he has one of the most outrageous morning routines on a day-to-day basis. The last time I checked this page, he said he had like 8 billion views based off of doing this type.
It lets you know that people messing with it. A lot of people liking it. I'm pretty sure you got haters in there too, but a lot of people must like it. If we got 8 billion views, I ain't even know that.
But content, and that's total, of course, but there has to be some legitimacy to what he's doing because on every single platform, we're talking hundreds of millions of views.
He ain't hurt nobody, and if anything, it might be inspiring some people. I see no problem with it.
On just his content. There's a few things about Ash that are driving people to him. One, he has a ridiculous morning routine. I mean, most of his morning routine seemingly is wasted. If I'm being 100% honest with you, there's like a whole gap between like 4 o'clock when he wakes up and 6 o'clock when he actually goes to the gym where he does virtually nothing and nobody's talking about it. It looks like he did some scrolling and maybe some note taking, but I promise you don't need 2 hours.
I would say not only his morning routine, but his physique too. Like no homo, like just being clear as day. If people see somebody with a physique that a lot of people will want or is inspiring to them, seeing them do just what they do on a daily would activate in a lot of people's heads to be like, oh, maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that. That's just how things go. It's like when you see somebody, they can look like whatever, but if they got a lot of money and they doing stuff that takes a lot of money on the daily, you're going to want to know, okay, what are they doing on the daily to have that much money? So I'm just saying I believe his physique plays a part in it too, while also having a crazy morning. That crazy routine. If that's all in the morning, that's insane.
To do that, get up and go to the gym, buddy. Another thing is the constant bowl of water dip. The face bowl of water dip that I've seen in the past couple of days has totally taken me out.
I feel like that's like a mini cold plunge. That's like a mini. I don't think I remember doing a call. I think I've done one before, maybe even 2, but they're not super memorable. But I know they are used to like wake you up for real. Like I done took cold showers before, and those, boy, it's like taking an energy drink, like but times 10, bro. When you hit that cold water, hit your pores all over your body, boy, you can't think about nothing else. You ain't distracted. All you thinking about is I'm cold. So I think it's like a mini cold plunge when you like put your face in that. That's just what I think.
So looking at it, bro,
Between that, the banana peel on the face, or having these guys follow you around and record you in probably the most ridiculous and inefficient ways, I think a lot of this lifestyle content is over exaggerated. Hell, even fake drive.
I agree with that. It's definitely over exaggerated because he getting content out of it. That's literally the point. That remind me of like how people talk about Mr. Beast and his content. It's very overly dramatic, all in your face. But if you're guaranteeing yourself 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, 50 million, some odd views, it's just going to have to be that. It's just going to have to be that. That's just what it is.
Dropped one of the water bottles to make himself seem more realistic, but the camera angles that he got for the dropped water bottle let us know that it's unrealistic. It's the most maddening thing in the world. So many variants of this guy has popped up, and I don't blame him because a lot of them are gaining some sort of traction.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I don't blame him because I'm like, he not hurt nobody. And he tackling, he taking over a certain part of the internet. That's just what it is. He ain't hurt nobody. He ain't doing nothing wrong. So I'm glad he put that in there. I'm like, oh, nice. But I don't get why he would try to do not take advice from this guy then. Because if somebody did take advice from that guy, start waking up early, start doing all this extra stuff, and their life was like at a wreck, but they all of a sudden just start doing the most productivity stuff, just like being as productive as possible. Even if they fell short on some of them things, they start waking up early, working out. I just don't see a problem with somebody grasping on to even a little bit of that type of mindset that his content is pushing out. I don't see a problem.
There's a lot of content out there right now that is depicting this successful lifestyle, and specifically the successful lifestyle of a man. Now, for the most part, it is positive. We know what male representation on the internet looks like. It has a pretty bad stigma, but it does have me questioning and wondering, why the hell are so many people so interested in this lifestyle? I know extreme versions of things are always attractive, but it's amazing to me how super viral these contents go, where people are...
Because so many people want to be successful. So many people or so many men probably want a physique like his or similar to his. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that same question could be asked to you, Omizi. Why are you so interested in making commentary, YouTube videos? Which is not bad, nothing's wrong with it, but why are you so interested in doing? I would think you like to give your opinion on things. You like to put it in a somewhat casual but professional manner. You know what I'm saying? And you could also possibly get paid off of it. So getting paid to do something that you already like to do. That's what I would... That's just my thoughts. Y'all let me know in the comment section.
Doing just the most outrageous things in the world, and people tie them to masculinity to the point where even people are willing to pay thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars, to get involved in different courses, workshops, and boot camps to show you how to really become a man.
Nope. Ain't gonna lie, that is kind of crazy when they be doing stuff like making you pay. I think everything you need, bro, is free on the internet. I'm gonna just keep it a buckle with you. That is just my personal opinion. Even when they say even a course could package it. No, I don't care about that. No, everything is on. You can literally look up a video of them telling you how to go about searching for things, so that you can package it yourself. That you already know what to look up exactly for 1, 2. To me, that's worth it for the free. But at the same time, courses because it's not like I've never not paid for one. This comes from a guy I've paid for plenty of courses on different things in life regarding a multitude of different things, and I didn't come to find out like a lot of stuff, but it could be found for free, bro. It's just people trying to make money, and I don't fault those people. They trying to make money, and I got what I asked for. It's just looking back, hindsight is 2020. It's like I ain't really need that. I mean, I could have, I kind of already knew that, but you know what I'm saying?
No junk food, no women, no parties, and no alcohol. This place banned everything that is not making men grow. It's an exclusive venue hidden in the mountains of Bali that is perfect for the guys who want a place to focus 100% on their goals without distractions. It has a huge, fully equipped gym, a spa with hot and cold pools, a wood-burning sauna, and a team of private chefs that cook healthy food any time of the day. Hundreds of successful businessmen, top-tier athletes, and self-development enthusiasts have already joined the community and completely changed their lives. But not anyone can join.
Instead of doing that, to be honest with your family, go to the military then. I just say go to the military, because then you get life benefits after that, and your kids get benefits for your family, right? For all this and that, and just go to the military, and you got to sign that contract, so you got to have a commitment. There ain't gonna be no 8-week program, 12-week program. It's gonna be a 2 to 5, I think like 4 to 5 commitment. That hey, I say do that. Before doing all this or random like nah.
To enter, you need to submit an application to prove that you are dedicated enough to be a part of the community. Would you come here?
Going to grown man summer camp and more importantly paying $8,000 to $10,000 in order to determine whether you are a man or not, to take the next level or not, to hone in your dedication or not, is probably not the way that the modern man thought he would have to go about validating his masculinity. But we are in 2025. We are in an era where people need to make money, and we are in an era where honestly it's being questioned on a day-to-day basis.
I do get where he coming from right now. I'm trying to see what that got to do with Ashton Hall, I think is his name. Because I don't think he's talking about him no more. He used that to venture off into the conversation about masculinity, and then branched off to like the bad side of it, like how people be trying to sell courses and stuff like. At least this is what I'm thinking so far. But I don't think he's talking about Ashton no more. So this is what I'm trying to see.
And what's crazy is the people who are pushing.
Oh, unless he's talking about Ashton is like promoting course. Now I don't know much about it. Now if he promoting courses like this, in the sense of like join my camp and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, that's different. If he doing like consulting and stuff like that, I don't see a problem with that, because it's all right to have a business off talking to somebody that people want to pay to talk to you, to get your actual opinion, even if it's something that they could have heard somewhere else. So we'll just keep watching though. We'll find out. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, please.
These things are sowing the seeds of division more and more when it comes to what is and is not masculinity than anything, in my opinion. But we're now at the point where we have content creators that are analyzing and over-analyzing every single step you make, down to the point of how you hold a briefcase in a business interview or how you pull out a chair in a business interview separates you from being...
That's absolutely too much. I understand there's nuances in certain things with body language. I do get that. I respect that. And that is true. But yeah, like that, or what he just said, how you hold a briefcase. I mean, if you holding it goofy, all like, but just simply holding a briefcase regular, like, I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, it ain't too much to it. Pulling out a chair, bro, just pull a chair out, fam. Like, I don't see what
a weak man to a masculine.
I do get what he. If it is people talking like that, it's like, yeah. I feel like that stuff do play a part, bro, in certain parts of life, bro. That's just how certain things is. Because what he's saying right there is what reminds me of what women do with modeling. Like the women that be going, they be super hyper focused on every little thing, how they walk, how they hips got up, every little thing, how they hair look, they jaw. So I'm like, they do that in certain sectors of life. But I do get what he's saying. Like that might be a little too much.
Man.
Reel's fitness content creator that teaches people how to convey a strong presence while doing mundane activities like pulling up a chair to a table.
Most of you will be leaning over the chair.
I don't know why he says most of you here, because I don't think I've pulled up a chair like that in my entire life.
Make that chair serve you.
Apparently this is useful information.
Said make that chair serve you. I really don't think it would be a difference, bro, from if you pulled your chair out the first way or the other way. I do get what he's saying. Like you probably doing too much on the first. Bro. It's kind of like the thing, bro. How they used to say, there can be a lame nigga, right, and there can be a cool nigga, right, right. And the lame nigga and the cool nigga could say the same thing to a woman, and the cool nigga would get played. The lame nigga wouldn't get played. But they said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, when you got it, you got it. It don't matter how you do certain stuff. To a certain extent. But it's like, bro, when you got it, you got it. It could be somebody that go pull that chair out the first time he pulled it out, put both of their hands on it, move it around a little bit like that. Woo. They might have some type of little superstition, but if they know how to talk, they know what to do what they do, whatever business conversation they're about to have, it can still go through smoothly and everything. And that's just me being real, just from the certain things I've seen. But I do get what they trying to say, but
and he calls this knowledge body kinetics.
Just unrealistic, performative, and honestly lacking no substance. And then, of course, on the far end of the spectrum, you have the red pill community, who definitely has done its fair share of damage that we don't have to talk about right now. The reason why this content exists in 2025 and is literally thriving and doing as well as it is because there has been this growing sentiment that there is some sort of void when it comes to the masculinity space. I mean, people have been looking for content creators, words of advice, self-help, etc., etc. But especially when it comes to manhood, literally, as Anthony Mackie would say, manhood is under attack. Masculinity is under attack.
I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. In the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our community.
I agree with this take.
But I raised my boys to be young men. My boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you the man of the house. You make sure these doors.
I was brought up on these same values, to be honest with you, so if he do say something negative about this, I don't know. I was brought up on these same values, and I don't think nothing's wrong with these values that he's teaching his sons. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though, please.
Doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up. Because we're men. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window. That money means nothing.
The non-existent burglar. All right, that's the way. Anthony Mackie got a lot of hate for his...
I don't get it. The non-exist... I don't know. It seemed like it was some type of sarcasm put there. The non-existent burglar. I mean, that's real, though. Like, that's real. I personally do believe, like, that's part of being like a man, a masculine man that wants to take care of a future family or the family he currently has. You do have to be ready for certain things like that. If that's the case, then why have a gun? Why do you have a gun if nobody is threatening to take? Oh, it's like, yeah, the chances that you're going to actually somebody's going to try to rob you or you're going to have to defend yourself. It's like, yeah, it's for if that does happen, because those things do happen and you just don't know if it's going to be you or not. That's, to me, that's being realistic, to be honest, in my opinion. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, please.
His comments, and I do think some people jumped out of the gun. Now, I won't be addressing any of the dog whistles and stuff like that. That's not me, that's not my life, and that's not my platform.
I don't know what that means. What's dog whistles? Please help me out in the comment section
for him to speak on, but I will address the masculinity portion of it. Now, I was raised on some of those very same principles. No shoes over $100.
I don't know about that. Not the no shoes over $100. I don't know. I do get where he coming from, though. I get, like, that's not a. I guess usually that's just if somebody just didn't have the money for it, which is okay. If you just didn't have the money for it, okay, cool. But the principle of no shoes over $100. There's a couple of shoes out of at least 120, 130 when I grew up that I got, but I kind of get what he's saying. But let's continue.
Lock up the house, text, etc., etc. Take the trash out, be polite, blase, blase, blah. But also, my mom was born before Martin Luther King got assassinated, so I would assume her to have some of those ideals and principles. I hate when we even talk about.
I feel like that don't even matter though. Those are good ideas and principles to have at any time, before or after. But he talking about before or after Jesus died, came and died. It don't matter. Those are good principles to have, period, in my opinion. Those are good principles to have, period. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Make sure you lock up wherever you stay. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you keeping yourself in a safe place and stand diligent on what's going on around you. Continue to stay aware. You know what I'm saying? Don't be naive to certain things. Make sure you stay alert. Those are just good things to have, period. Like, just, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though.
Masculinity, it's always tied to the most surface level things. Like, outside of the content that Ashley...
So how is that surface level? What's deeper than that, then? I just don't get it. Why? I don't know. I just don't like how I don't like how things gotta come off as if everything gotta be so damn deep. Ain't shit gotta be deep. Things can just be what it is. It's like if somebody randomly comes up and punch me in my face and I be like, and then I gotta respond with, or somebody said, well, you could have just responded, or and I decided to like hit him back, like, hey, like, what's wrong with you? It was like, well, you could have asked him what was wrong with him and seen what was going on. And even though you didn't expect that to happen, and that was probably just a natural response for you to fight back, maybe you could have tried to work on your patience to see, like, bro, I just don't think everything got to be so goddamn deep all the time, bro. Like, some stuff I just feel like it is what it is. It just is what it is. This gets the job done. This don't get the job done. Period. Especially if you got stats and statistics to prove your point or show evidence. It just is what it is on certain stuff. I just don't. When he had said surface level, I'm like, what's surface level about this? And what's deeper about this that it need to get even deeper? These are just core values I think people should have. Me personally, I do. Me personally.
Not was putting out, or any of the other lifestyle content creators, because we know that they're trying to exaggerate for clicks and views. Every time we talk about masculinity, it's tied to this specific moment where some murderous person or some pew pew man comes through your door, tries to.
I don't know why I don't get why he gotta downplay it. Some pew pew man, some man with a weapon breaks into a home, burglary, which happens a lot. And you never know if it's going to be you or not, so why not be prepared? Why not be prepared? That's a core value in my eyes.
Burglarize you and a family, and you have to step up. And that moment right there is the moment that validates your potential.
Nah, I don't think that that moment is what validates your potential, but they're talking about being in preparation. Yes, being in preparation, that is a core value that a man should have. I agree with that, and that's what they're saying. I don't think they're saying, oh, and when he comes in, then how you respond right there, that moment shows that you're a man. That's not what I got from that video. I feel like he switching it up and shit. I don't really like that. But hey, this his opinion, and I'm giving mine. Still respect him though. Nothing to get so easy.
Potential masculine vibes. You have to be ready when that shows its head, because if you're not a man. Saying yes, sir.
I don't think that means that you're not a man, but I just feel like that means that that's a core value a man should have. I don't think he was saying that too, that you're not a man if you're not ready. But he probably could have been saying that, but I still would value that. I do. I would value that you should be ready. I think that's for anyone. But especially as a man, though, me personally, because I feel like it is your duty as a man to protect and provide for the less fortunate or your family and stuff like that. Now, I'm not against like a woman doing that. A woman can do whatever she wants. You pick who you want to be with, and y'all dynamic. And I understand different relationships got different dynamics, and whatever works for you. But y'all give me y'all opinion on it about what he's saying. Give me your opinion about what I'm saying. I'm open to hear it. Trust me, I'm not silencing nobody in the comment section. If this video even get any views, or for anybody to even see it, y'all let me know what y'all think.
Or no, sir, having good manners.
I'm just trying to be a little bit more raw with my take, so it just so that it's more authentic. I ain't getting on camera recording the video so I can keep sound politically correct. I want to. Be as authentic with y'all as possible.
Makes you a man. I don't know, the correct posture makes you a man. Being humble by depriving your kids of the things that make kids cool, or the things that people talk. That's what makes.
Nah, I don't think that makes you a man. I think he looking at it differently about that. I understand with certain things with kids, like when people say like, what is that? Like they might not do as much for their kid, or they might not be quick to buy all the expensive stuff for their kids. I don't think that's depriving them of being a man in the future, but I think that you can use those situations to teach your child about how certain things are unfair, and necessarily might not need everything that you think you need in that moment, because those things are going to carry over when they're adult. Now, for certain things, like I do get it, like you want a child to have a childhood, so I get that. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. It's a touchy topic. I get what he's saying. I do get what Omi just saying. I ain't disagreeing with everything that he's saying, but I get what was also being said in the clip too. I just feel like he pushing it, but it's cool. Keep doing your thing.
You a man. I think this is a tough way to talk about it. And then they always talk about the provide piece as well
It is
from
a
a
tough one.
financial aspect. But the crazy part about it is those things don't happen anymore. That man doesn't come into your house, doesn't happen. We're not on the Oregon Trail. Sure, I'm not saying that you haven't gotten into a fight at a bar before and you had to defend your woman's honor, but that's because you got drunk in college and so you had to step in for some mess that you made. Being a man would probably say, you know, handle your liquor better in public, or don't take your woman to be in situations like that, you know? But those are fringe situations. And even to the conversation about providing, the way that the economy is set up right now, capitalism being capitalized, both of y'all are going to have to provide in order for it to thrive. So I've seen the conversation
Unless you make a good amount of money, yeah, facts. It definitely take more than one nowadays. I agree with that.
perpetuated, oh, well, I have to be the breadwinner, et cetera, et cetera. Look, just be happy that you live in a household that has 2 thriving incomes. That's the goal, honestly. And I do think that there are some actual healthy conversations to be had about the death of masculinity, or masculinity being under attack. There's potentially some systemic things that we could talk about in those regards, but it's always left at that surface level conversation about the aesthetics. What happens when, you know, your wife is on the side of the road and a car splashes some water on her? Do you catch it with a jacket, or do you hold the door for 18 grandmas in a row? It's always something overly.
To me, that's you gave an overly example. What are the chances that you're going to end up in a situation where you got to hold the door for 18 grandmas in a row? What are the chances? You might find yourself in a situation where, oh, you held the door and a family walked in, a mom, her 2 kids, maybe 3, and the father, and then maybe you held the door a little extra for a woman that was coming behind them or 2. But 18 grandmas? Come on, fam. Have some patience. At that point, you just, you 15 seconds behind your normal with the regular example. 18 grandmas is crazy. That's dramatic.
Exaggerated. And then when men express themselves in different ways, people also see that as traditional masculinity being under attack. One of the biggest talking points about this is fashion and how fashion has changed for men. See, back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, wearing anything besides your Wrangler or Lee or Levi jeans, a button-down work shirt, and then some brown work boots was considered to be taboo.
I do get that at the same time too, because at the same time, I'm not hearing. I take what I like from what I hear, and I apply that to my life, and I'm deciding on what makes a man to me. I'm not gonna look at nobody else and see if they done got the same core values as me. I wouldn't look at them and say, "Oh, you're not a man." Like, hey man, you is what you is. Especially nowadays, people want to be all type of stuff. So, which is cool. Hey, do your thing. But what being a man is to me is just the core values that I hold near and dear to myself. But I wouldn't take away that title from anybody else that has different core values than me, but they also are like, I'm a man too. Hey, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against, or how some people, if you don't make this much of money, you ain't a man. Like this. I'm not into all that, fam. I'm into all that.
Or more like zesty. But so now recent fashion trends have really pushed the boundaries as to what masculinity is. We're talking about things like earrings, or hair being a different texture or a different color, or
picture.
Worse yet, nail polish.
So show us the nails.
I ain't gonna lie, I never could get into the nails, bruh. I never can get into the nails. I think the last time I got my nails done, like I have got them done, but not painted. And last time I remember was prom. You know, when I went to prom, but my mom, she had me go through the whole process of like everything. When I got fitted for the suit and everything, I ain't never got fitted for I ain't got fitted for a suit since then. But fitted for my suit, we got these certain shoes, and then we went to the nail thing so they can like clean them. And it was like some clear polish to make them like kind of, not necessarily shine, but they just look super clean. It just like I had super clean nails, and I was like, oh, okay, like I mess with that. And I see what I'm saying. I'm not against that though. I'm not against, man. You know what I'm saying? If I had it like that, I'd probably go get them done more. But I got more things. I got different things I gotta focus on than getting my nails done all the time. But it is good to definitely keep them clean, like on a daily, like try to keep your nails clean and stuff like that. But getting them painted, like I've never been necessarily into that. I think the closest I got to like being into that, I was super young. I was into anime. I'm still into anime, but this when I first started watching Naruto, and there's this character named Itachi, and he has black nails, literally black. So at the time, me being 8, 9, of course, I'm like, man, yeah, I'm gonna get the black nails, I'm gonna get the cape, like, but I wasn't thinking of it in like a sense. I was just like, man, this is my favorite character, I want to be like him. But yeah, I've never been into, but I never did it. But I've never actually been into like actually getting my nails painted and stuff. That's just not me. But if somebody else does it, hey, no problem, no problem. Do your thing.
Don't get a close up of my nails.
No.
Right now. Listen, I've been on the road. Like, I'm gonna do like this.
But we see a pop of color.
Yeah.
What was the impetus for it?
Expression.
Expression.
Yeah, expression. You know, I'm creative. I'm expressive, and there's so many ways to do that.
Your nails look better than mine.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They do.
Don't do that.
Between that and the
Hey, I don't I don't even know what to say about that, but hey, do your thing.
thousands, and I mean thousands of gay people that you see on TV doing things like, you know, kissing or holding hands or just living their regular life, the internet truly believes that masculinity is under attack. Now, I rebuke like 99.9%.
That's his thing. You know what I'm saying? They was having a cool conversation about it. I don't see a problem necessarily. I'm just not into painting my own nails. But that doesn't make Dwayne Wade less of a man. I wouldn't say that personally. I mean, nigga, the NBA champion competing against the best. I mean, I wouldn't look at him like he's not a man. Now, it might be other things that I've seen going on in his life. I might be like, I mean, I might have an opinion about it or so, but this ain't the video for that. So now let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
Of these conversations, because ultimately when we do talk about what masculinity is, it's just somebody who is a man living a specific different life. Like, a gay man is still a man who paints his nails is still a man who wears a merce is still a man. It doesn't make him less of a man, especially because I don't understand how the sliding scale generally works. Like, if you are more of a provider on this end but then you wear a dangly earring on this end, shouldn't it balance out on the masculine scale? Or do you have to be 100% of the depiction that you saw when you grew up to be some sort of man? And even what is that picture? Why are we questioning it so much in today's day and age?
And it's a cultural problem because men are very...
I feel like people are questioning it because, I mean, a lot of things are just not going right in the dating scene for men and women. They're not able to find situations that they want to be in and stay in long term. People are incentivized to end their marriages, and divorce rates are extremely high. I feel like a lot of people feel like they've been silenced or they can't truly speak their mind until as of like recent time. So I just think it's just part of the conversation, and a lot of people just been willing to have that conversation lately.
very confused. You have to see who you are and see the virtue in it and see the power in that. I didn't have that confusion when I was growing up. So now it's...
Shout out Robert Greene. I like some of the books that he's created too. I love some of the books. He actually wrote my favorite book.
very difficult because you're being told that all these things that you feel naturally are negative. They're only negative if you can't control them.
The negativity that he's talking about is the growing anti-male sentiment that exists not only on the internet, but that's creeping over into the mainstream media. Picture this, you're a young man living your life in Idaho of all places, and you were growing up feeling the natural feelings, you know, protector, provider. Somebody came through the house, I got you, honey, type feelings. You want to get married, you want to settle down, you want to have kids, you want to grow and be successful in a job, you want to participate in physical activities, just normal things that we would associate with being a man. But then here we are having women and other unidentified participants on the internet questioning what a man is, why men do this, is this a bad part about being a man, to the point where it's attacking everything that you want.
He's going on a tangent right now, which is cool. This is great for conversation. But I do want to point out so far, I don't see how any of this is pertaining necessarily to Ashton Hall at the beginning, unless it's something about Ashton Hall that I've missed. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. But I feel like he talked about him at the beginning. But I'm trying to see how all this... I'm thinking he going to go back, but he hasn't went back to him. So y'all let me know. Am I tripping in the comment section? Y'all let me know, please. Am I tripping? Because he hasn't talked about... He said, do not take advice from this guy about being a man. So I'm thinking he was going to talk about this guy the entire time. Like he did something like crazy or said something crazy. But I don't know. Maybe I missed it, but I don't want to rewind the video. I know the video getting kind of long. I'm just trying to be as authentic as possible. But let me know, am I missing anything right now?
Wanted to do in life. There's tweets out there talking about I've never met a woman that was truly happy in marriage or that their life improved under marriage, and that's specifically directing it to the men in this specific conversation. Like everywhere that you turn and twist, there is a conversation.
There's a lot of people unhappy in marriages though. Facts.
About why men and women shouldn't coexist or why they're not doing the right things as a man, or what you do as a man, even if it feels right and natural, is valid. And I can understand why people feel some sort of way to those sentiments, because especially if you don't have the ability to discern what is good or bad information, what are trolls or what are people you should just ignore, it can seem like you can do no right in today's society. But what they're targeting mostly, and I mean mostly, again, there are definitely some bad actors, is toxic masculinity over anything. And again, there's extremists on both sides, but toxic masculinity has been the thing that have even hurt and ended men's lives in the past. It's the reason why
I agree.
Grandfather was so darn mean and angry. It's the reason why these men end up incarcerated or, end up doing gang-related activity or all these bad things. Toxic masculinity.
I do get that. Like people that's in the hood and stuff, they feel like they got to be tough at all times. I've definitely been around that type of setting, feeling like you always got to fight. Second somebody disrespect you, it's up. Second you disrespect me, it's up. And then you trying to play me in front of the other females and stuff like that, it's up. We might as well take it all the way there. I understand that feeling, and I understand his sentiment on that, but I don't see how that is relating to Ashton Hall. Unless this video is not about him and I'm tripping. But based off the thumbnail and saying do not, I don't see. Is he promoting that? Is Ashton Hall promoting this? I don't get it. This is great for just regular conversation, but I just think he just talking in general now. I don't even think this video about Ashton Hall no more, to be honest with you. I just think he talking in general. If he talking in general, then yes, I do agree with that statement, because I see that. I've seen that for a large part of my life.
Masculinity literally ends people's lives. And so now you're to a point where you have these people trying to grasp at straws and make up new rules and try to determine and define what masculinity is, all in hopes to either A, sell their own product, or B, further divide the community.
Well, his nickname's Tampon. No real man has a nickname like that. Well, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't make it up. He wants them in boys' bathrooms. Real men don't talk about how they can beat other guys up. They don't talk about how masculine they are. Maybe if you're a professional fighter, you can do that, but I don't know people that do that, and I know a lot of tough guys, like this guy, Greg Gutfeld. I have rules for men. They're just funny. They're not that serious. Like, you don't eat soup in public. You don't cross your legs, and you don't drink from a straw. And one of the reasons
I can't get with that. Don't drink from a straw. I drink from a straw, and not now nigga in this world about to tell me I'm less of a man for it. Cross your legs. I don't cross my legs, but that's just because that's something I naturally don't do. You know what I'm saying? Cam Newton crossed his legs. I don't think he's less of a man than what he is, and that's just the first dude that came to my head because I seen like some of his interviews and stuff, and he be like sometimes he sit with his legs crossed and stuff like that. There's some other dudes too, but I don't think they're necessarily less of a man or not a. I don't know. I can kind of see like how you do it a certain way maybe, but I don't think that. I don't even be thinking that deep into it. It's just about just how you carry yourself. Like, I just don't think that deep into it. I'm more focused on myself, trying to get to where I'm going. And somebody might think that's feminine. You so focused on yourself, they might think you more of a man if you're not thinking about yourself. You're just thinking about what can you do to help others and whoop whoop. And the other people might feel like you're more of a man the more you think about yourself and don't care about others. And you know what I'm saying? So it's all subjective to me in my eyes. Being a man is just what it is for me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I might agree with somebody on certain topics. I might disagree with them on other things. So it just is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though.
you don't drink from a straw is because the way your lips purse. It's very effeminate. And his excuse was, well, I was drinking a milkshake. Again, you shouldn't be drinking a milkshake. Milkshakes are for kids.
They're delicious.
I'd be like, okay. I thought he was about to say, like, I don't know. Milkshake are for kids. I disagree. I drink milkshakes, and I'm not going to stop drinking them because somebody might think I'm not a man or less of a man for it. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You about to say it's unhealthy. You shouldn't be whoopty whoop, and a man is supposed to be in good shape or whatever. That would have been a better argument than milkshake is for kids. I would have. Okay. All right, buddy.
Yeah, having to police how people drink out of straws, eat soup, or just do day-to-day.
Yeah, eat soup in public. I'm gonna eat whatever I want in public. The only one that would have made me laugh, he would have said, is, "Man, don't eat bananas in public without breaking the banana." Then I would have been like, "Yeah, I get what you're saying." I would have had pushback, but I get what you're saying. It would have been hard to argue that. Like, nah, you can eat that banana however you want to eat that. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I ain't gonna argue with you on. I'm gonna just let you have. You got that. You got that.
Activities is some sort of way to go about, seeing who is more masculine or not. It's exhausting being a man sometimes. And because I have a 20% woman audience, please, ladies.
It definitely is exhausting being a man sometimes, but you got to make the best of it. You got to make the best of it, and you got to learn to thrive in it in some way or form, because you're a man. You got to find a way. I mean, some men decide that they just want to let it go altogether, and they decide to transfer over. So, hey, to each their own. Do your thing.
I want you to know these are the real plights that young men are going through. And if they are not secure or don't have the right role models in their lives, they will fall for these traps and go down that pipeline to red pill and then simping, and then red pill and then simping. This perpetual cycle that continues to go on until, honestly, somebody snaps them out of it. I think young men in 2025, though, have decided that this is not the life that I want to live. This is too much examination. This is too much hard work. I mean, hell, Anthony Mackie literally talked about how his 15-year-old had the burden of the responsibility of not only just locking up a house, which is a small task, like that's a minute thing, but the fact that I now have to bear the burden of, if somebody jumps into my house, I'm the one to defend them. Me, my 15-year-old self. And I get the sentiments of the mess.
If that did happen, then what? Say for he didn't give you that responsibility as a 15-year-old boy. Something that you're going to have to, which is a small thing to think about necessarily to what you're going to go through as a grown man when you got to get it on your own at that point, or know how to network to make it happen with others. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What if it does happen and you just, at least you didn't have to think about how you had to go about it. Why not? Why would he not want to make you as prepared as possible? Because he don't want to lose his family all in the name of, I just want to keep my boys nice and sweet and not have to think about, okay, what that is a burglar, or if somebody that's about to commit a crime, and if they knew the family and the state of the family and how they was, and they knew your 15-year-old thought like that, and they was like not really on nothing, and there's a woman in there, and she just chilling with you. That if somebody as a criminal in there, I'd be like, yeah, that's where I'm about to go. Yep, we about to go in there. We about to make it happen. We about to do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you got to try to put yourself in that mindset for you to be like, nah, I want my family to be as prepared as possible. That's just what it is, bro.
But there has to be another way. And this is where the new age man has stepped.
What other way? What other way is it? Somebody about to break into your house, or could possibly break into your house. What do you want to happen after that? Of course, you don't want somebody breaking into your house, but in the case of, that's the whole point of insurance, health insurance. In the case of, well, you got an alarm, so the cops will come. The cops going to come in 10 seconds. The deed is going to be done by the time they get there. We know this. This is common sense.
Stepped in and said, I'm going to be different. Look, you would hope that you change with the world and as your life changes and life grows. So instead of hanging on to the traditional values like you would when you're single, like this tweet says, then it would be easier for you to change when you get into a relationship because a whole new world is brought to you. Not saying you're going to lose who you are in it, but just saying that you understand that being so rigid isn't the way to be a man or be responsible or anything like that. To me, masculinity is what you are going to make it. I'm not here to invalidate anybody.
I agree with that.
Some sort of man,
it's what you make it.
Man, or there's some sort of measuring book or rule stick that you have to follow by. I think that's some of the dumbest thing in the world.
Right.
No, I'm not.
I do think there's core values though that could possibly live by, but if you don't live by those core values, I still don't take that away from somebody from simply being a man.
gonna analyze how you tie your shoe when I'm in a business meeting with you. I'm gonna understand your business acumen. The goal should be not...
Agreed. I agree with that. Like, come on now.
genderizing a lot of these things and just focusing on how your character is as a person. Are you being beneficial to society? Are you taking care of your responsibilities? Are you helping or harming? These things are universal truth no matter what the gender is, no matter what the sex is, no matter if you paint your nails or wear a dress or kick a kickball or fucking eat soup in public. That was so stupid. A lot of people won't talk about this, but the growing male sentiment of masculinity being under attack is by the players who continuously perpetuate masculinity being under attack. The people who push back on modern television, the people who push back on the new expression that people have, the people who overanalyze. And so just as much as they think because a man kisses a man on television makes masculinity under attack, or because now I want to wear a pink shirt instead of the traditional black and white shirt, then masculinity is under attack. They too, by defining all these rules and trying to hold people to unrealistic standards of, I don't know, dunking your head in water and using a banana as some sort of skincare, that unrealistic standard is also attacking masculinity. And we should be teaching people how to discern for themselves, learn what good values are, and become a good person. That just so happens to be a man.
All right, with that video, y'all go support Omizi. He makes amazing videos. He puts together amazing videos. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of this video and my opinions, going against some of the things he said and for some of the things I was for and agreed with him on certain things that he said. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the other videos. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.